The next presentation is on investigation of the effects of DC current at the point of common coupling on the operation of distribution transformers. Authors are A.B. Karunadasan and H.M.A.I. Hera, presented by Ms. Hera. And let me give a brief introduction about Ms. Hera. Ms. Hera graduated from Faculty of Engineering, University of Pune, with BSc Engineering second class honors upper division. Further, she has completed postgraduate diploma in electrical installation at University of Bologna and currently waiting for the Master of Science in Electrical Installation in the same university. So he is currently working as a lecturer in the Department of Electrical, Electronic and Telecommunication Engineering at ABU. Further, she has gained 3 years of experience as an electrical engineer in the State Engineering Corporation of Sri Lanka and almost 1 year period as a lecturer in the University of Vocational Technology, Ratmadan. Over to you, Ms.
Chairman, Secretary Pereira, and distinguished members of the audience, good morning, everyone. My presentation is based on an investigation on the effect of DC current on the operation of distribution transformer, those are mainly at the point of common coupling. Consumers are fed by distribution transformers. These consumers return small DC current back to the transformer. For example, Brita inverters, AC/DC motor drives, computers, etc. This DC current is harmful to operation of distribution transformers because it can cause to transformer saturation, distortion in magnetizing and supply current, increasing losses and heating, and therefore reduce lifespan. In addition to these, there are other problems also. Errors in metering and protective equipment malfunctioning, overheating of other grid-connected equipment such as capacitor banks, and corrosion in underground equipment. Different countries use different strategies to minimize DC current. Brita inverter is the one of the notorious equipment in producing DC current. Therefore, they are governed by strict regulation. These are some of regulations. In here, United Kingdom permits only 0.25% of the rated current of the inverter. Australia 0.5%, USA 0.5%, Switzerland 1%. Germany has another rule, they allow only 1 ampere total current. Objectives of this research are: 1. To assess the level of DC current in real transformers through measurement. Second one, to investigate the effect on voltage and current in the supply side due to DC current in the load, the secondary side. Third one, to study the measures that can be taken to minimize DC current. Investigation of DC current in a real distribution transformer. We have taken a measurement. We have selected Arthur C. Clarke Institute of Modern Technology as a sample system. Transformer ratings are 400 kVA, 11 kV, 400 volt, 50 Hz, three-phase transformer. Measurements were taken at the secondary side of the transformer. These are power and energy data. At the time of measurement, line currents were 70 ampere, 86 ampere, and 50 amperes in each phase. This is the current harmonic spectrum. This shows that DC current is for each phases 1.1 ampere, 1.5 ampere, and 1.4 ampere. Investigation of the effect of DC current on a transformer. We carried out practical to investigate primary current. We used single phase laboratory transformer. Those are the ratings. Test 1 without DC current on no load. Test 2 without DC current on load. Test 3 with a large DC current at the secondary on load. Test 4 with a small DC current at the secondary on load. This is the test 1 results. Primary current on load at rated input voltage, that means without DC. This has significant third harmonic component, and also green color one is the primary current. It has positive and negative half cycle similar, that means symmetrical magnetization. This is the test 2 results. Yellow one is the current waveform. Current waveform is sinusoidal and almost in phase with the voltage waveform. And also in here, magnetizing current is very small, therefore it is not visible. This is the test 3 results, that means primary and voltage on load with approximately 35% of DC current at the secondary side of the transformer. Yellow one is the primary current. At the positive half cycle there is an AC current, therefore current waveform is coinciding with the voltage waveform. At the negative half cycle there is no AC current, only magnetizing current is present, and in here therefore only magnetizing current is present. It is about 90 degrees behind the voltage waveform. Due to net DC current at the secondary, transformer core has subjected to the negative half cycle saturation. Therefore, this magnetizing current peak reached to 38.4 ampere. That is comparing with the without DC current, it's about 15 times greater than early it was 2.6 ampere, now 38.4 ampere, that means 15 times greater. Test 4 results, that is primary and voltage on load, primary and voltage on load with approximately 10% of DC current at the secondary. In here, diode is connected in reverse direction, therefore DC current has reverse polarization, therefore now magnetic saturation occurs in the positive half cycle. With the load current and high magnetizing current, they have merged, and therefore it has positive half cycle has broadened beyond 0% of the voltage. On negative half cycle has only load current, therefore it is almost in phase with the voltage waveform. We carried out simulation by using the PSCAT software, because to study the effects of DC current on a transformer, to comprehensive study we can't take measurements for all the real application, therefore we need a model. Those are the parameters we use for modeling the transformer. This is the simulator results. This one is for the test 1 result. This one is closely matched with the test figure 1. This is for simulator result for test 2. This is also closely matched with the figure 2, that is for test 2. This is the simulator result for test 3. This is also closely matched with the figure 3. This is the simulator result for test 4. This is also closely matched with the figure 4. Method proposed to minimize DC current at transformer, to impose regulation to reduce DC current component created by individual loads. Mainly, regulation can be targeted to advanced design, DC current filtering using line frequency transformer interconnection, transformer-less interconnection, and high frequency transformer interconnection, or otherwise to divert net DC current reaching at the transformer secondary using a separate diversion circuit, that means using a power electronic converter based DC converter circuit. Conclusion, DC current will have a significant influence on the load current of a transformer both in magnitude and shape, and also DC current creates significant effect on the shape of the current on a loaded transformer. That means one cycle gets narrowed, one cycle gets broadened, therefore creating asymmetry in the current waveform. Therefore, this result provides convincing evidence about the unsuitability of operating transformer with high level of DC current above the acceptable limits. and therefore appropriate DC current cancellation measures should be implemented on transformers which are likely to experience high dose of DC current from load side. These are the references are used for research to this research. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sarah, especially for finishing in time. Now we can take few questions.
Yes. You compare, I think, figures 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Can any of those, one of those figures? Okay. Now, okay, give it. Now, when you compare and say this is close to figure 1, you should have shown both this and that preferably on the same graph. Even otherwise, you should have shown them side by side. Otherwise, we cannot judge how close your results are. Can you go to the conclusions? Now, in this, it would have been very good if you had given values. Because otherwise, anyone will know that when you add DC, definitely that's going to be distortion. So, now when you say the third conclusion, results provide convincing evidence for the unsuitability of operating with a level of DC current above the acceptable limit. Now, from your study, what can you say about values corresponding to that station? What percentages are acceptable?
I explained that percentages are for the grid connected data inverters only. In here,
Now, when you conclude in a study, the conclusion you should be able to read on its own without having to go and look at the text. So it would have been good if you had given figures in the conclusion itself. So can you tell me what would be the value that you consider as acceptable after doing the study?
At both, can I ask?
Yes.
So the different equipments produce different parts, but when it comes to totaling at the transformer secondary, we have to come to a decision as to what figure we can allow on the maximum. Usually it is 1% of the total current, that if it is individual, but at the DC current level, it depends on the power structure and the level of DC current influence made on the transformer. Therefore, without indicating a strict, without investigating individual transformers, we cannot say a general figure for a transformer, this is the maximum that we can do. Because it depends, because we have done this done on the single phase transformer in real situation, it's a 3-phase transformer. When it comes to 3-phase transformer, the power structure and link structure will also come into matter. The individual transformers or three single link transformers, they have a DC cancellation effects. Therefore, it depends on the transformer interconnection, transformer winding connection, transformer power structure, and the value of DC current. All should be taken together. But DC current alone will have significant effect. That's the main conclusion we made in this.
You recommend regulations to be imposed to have strict conditions at the consumer premises, so which require probably the frequent inspections by the authorities. So is there a possibility that we could have controlled injection at the transformer level, so it will make count appearance, so the effect will be nullified at the authority level, that is provider, service providers level?
May I answer that question as well? Sure. Different countries adopt this regulation. This regulation covers not only the level of DC and the harmonics as well. This harmonic, what you call harmonic standards. Sri Lanka also sooner or later have to go for these harmonic regulations. In that case, DC current will also be taken up. But at the same time, as you tried to mention, the supply authority should also have their own measures of preventing DC current entering the transformer, because at the end of the day, it is the supply authority who has to pay the price.
But that can happen only at large nodes. not that.
Yes, yes. But because this problem has aggravated because of the heavy proliferation of oil electronic devices. For example, large number of grid tie inverters, this is a notorious element as this study has shown. And also many power electronic equipments now start introducing some DC current, some are pretty bad. Therefore, without a regulation now it has become to a point of uncontrollable. The situation will be very bad. We are anticipating very bad situation in the time to come.
The countries like Sri Lanka, so we have regulations, imposing regulations will not do, but at the supplier premises, if we can have some control measures.
Regulation in the sense
So, I mean,
of
the control injection of the DC current so that it will be notified that you are making counterfeits.
that's exactly at the transformer secondary we have to include the power electronic converter to divert it. So that was one of the.
So that is another way of filtering.
In the regulations means also the at the import level or manufacturing level the regulation is imposed. So when instruments are imported, the quality tested, if they are not complying with standards, they will be rejected. Or otherwise supply authority can come and do an ad hoc test in case they found it above the specifications, they can distribute the supply.
Actually, that should be an approach from different point of view, the design point of view of equipment and supply point of view. And from the factory also they can have various measures. Any further questions? Thank you very much, Ms. Hera, and also Professor Parmadasu for answering questions.